What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Antonio Brown, man. People been wanting to know my thoughts on this, and I did a live stream the other night, and I mentioned how he was still on the team. To my understanding, apparently now he's gone. He's no longer with the Buccaneers. They have released him because he decided to go scorched earth and expose messages between him and Bruce Arians that is telling people basically that he was hurt and Bruce knew he was hurt and still wanted him to play. Now, I want people to understand something. Coaches have a job to do, players have a job to do, but Bruce Arians is a guy, he's a bit of a virtue signaler. You know, he's very vocal, especially about, getting the jab and other things. He's very vocal about that, He's hiring female coaches, right? That's Bruce Arians. And what this situation shows is that you truly never really know what's going on behind the scenes with these guys. A lot of these guys have their own reasonings for things. And I believe that sooner or later, Bruce Arians was going to get aired out, so to speak. And it happened with Antonio Brown. Am I a fan of Antonio Brown taking off his jersey and running off the field? No, I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. But again, he did it for a reason, because he did not want to play, because he was hurt, and Bruce knew that. It was getting close to the playoffs, and instead of Bruce saying, you know what, if these guys are hurt, let's just hold him out, for a game. But Bruce didn't want to do that, because Bruce cares about Bruce winning. Antonio Brown did this because he felt like physically he couldn't do it. But, according to Bruce, there's other things going on. And we're going to get into that. But let's get into this article from the NY Post. Antonio Brown's rift with the Buccaneers is getting uglier by the day. On Thursday, the former Buccaneers wideout took to Twitter and Instagram to share screen grabs of alleged text messages he exchanged with Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians before Brown's viral exit in Sunday's Buccaneers-Jets game at MetLife Stadium. The images of the messages show a conversation between the coach and the player about Brown's ankle injury he initially suffered in Week 6 and for which he missed 5 games. Brown shared a photo of himself getting treatment from a trainer on his right ankle, allegedly telling Arians he can't get to full speed while dealing with the injury. Brown's reply came after Arians allegedly texted him December 30th saying, "This is Bruce Arians. Make sure you're ready to go tomorrow. We are not resting for playoffs." And this is what he put on Twitter. Health over wealth. I guess this is #barbarian. Let me say this. I think that the rift came with the whole fake vaccination card. I think that's when the rift came. I think with the fake vax card, I think that situation made Bruce Arians feel some type of way about Antonio Brown. And his way of showing that was making Antonio Brown play while he's hurt. If I'm a coach and I have a quarterback like Tom Brady, and I know that Tom Brady can make any wide receiver look good, at least for a week or so, I would hold out Antonio Brown and put somebody else in there, because they really did not need him in this previous game. They really didn't need him that much. But he didn't, because I think Bruce Arians feels some type of way about him in that whole situation. I think Bruce Arians feels like Antonio Brown made them look bad, because Bruce Arians is a virtue signaler. And I think his way of showing that once again was making Antonio Brown play while he's hurt. Okay. Brown appeared to try to prove that point, that Arians was aware of his injury. He previously claimed Arians told him, "You're done," after Brown said he was too injured to play on Sunday. In a separate message Thursday, Brown alleged that his teammates knew nothing about his talks with Coach Arians last week. "Don't get it twisted. My brothers have been good to me. From Tom to practice squad, we were a top-level unit. They have been good to me and knew nothing about my talks with Coach last week. The team mishandled the situation. They let me down. And more importantly, my teammates, Brown posted Thursday on Twitter. In a press conference Monday, Arians told reporters that Brown did not inform him about the injury on game day and declined to share details about a conversation he had with Brown for the receiver's shirtless exit from the field. The Bucs coach said that if a player has an injury issue, they go to the trainer and the trainer would tell Arians they're out. Health over wealth, Brown tweeted with alleged messages adding the hashtag Barbarian. He also tweeted Barbarian before sharing screen grabs. Okay, let's see, go here. Brown then shared a screen grab of his Instagram story showing alleged text exchange on December 24th with Tom Brady's longtime trainer and TB12 business partner Alex Guerrero. He tagged Brady in the post, claiming Guerrero is charging me $100,000 despite never doing the work on me. And that's Tom Brady's business partner. See, that's the guy that Bill Belichick kicked out of Foxborough. And he's charging Antonio Brown $100,000 for basically doing nothing. Brown added, "How you even work with people like this? This is what I was dealing with." And he shows the text message here. Said, "Jaye, if we're not going to work anymore, that's fine. Let me know about the $100,000 I paid you. I paid you only fair. Get back half my money. Let me know how to proceed. Good morning, AB. I appreciate you reaching out to me. I completely understand that you want to go in a different direction. Thank you for the opportunity to work together. You are a wonderful person, and I hope for you, your continued success on and off the field. Please let me know where you want me to send the balance. Big hugs, my friend." So it looks like Alex Guerrero wanted to end on a good note. Don't understand why he put this out. It seemed to me that he's lashing out at everybody. That's why I say he's going scorched earth. Brown published a message the morning after he shared a lengthy statement on social media accusing the Buccaneers of trying to force him to play through the ankle injury that he said requires surgery. Brown's attorney, Sean Burston, said in a statement that he has seen MRI results taken Monday on the receiver's ankle that showed a piece of loose bone pressing against his ankle joint and the ligament snapped clean off the bone. Burston said Brown needs surgery. He also shut down false rumors that Brown's exit on Sunday's win against the Jets is related to mental health issues. No, Brown, Antonio, listen, Vontaze Burfict was trending because people really still believe the propaganda. It might be true, it might not be, that Vontaze Burfict's hit on Antonio Brown messed him up mentally. And that's why he's acting out. There's a lot of players in the NFL that's taking big hits, especially to the head. They're not doing what Antonio Brown is doing. What Antonio Brown is doing is what Antonio Brown does. He did that because he wanted to draw attention to himself, while in the same manner he wanted to embarrass Bruce Arians and the Buccaneers. That's what happened. Let's see. Okay, here's the statement here. If y'all want to read, I'll put the link in the description. Y'all can go read the statement. On Sunday, Brown left Week 17 matchup in the third quarter. Viral videos from the moment show him ripping off his shoulder pads on the sidelines before tossing his glove and shirt in the crowd at MetLife Stadium. He then ran across the end zone to the locker room while pumping his arms in the air. Oh, man. In a post-game press conference, Arians told reporters that Brown is no longer a Buck. "I wish him well. If he needs help, I hope he gets some. It's very hard because I do care about him." He said, "I care about him a bunch. I hope that he's okay." But the Buccaneers didn't actually release him. He was still on the team. Brady also repeatedly expressed his support for Brown. The Buccaneers are reportedly having conversations with the NFL to determine how to move forward from the Brown situation. NFL has not yet addressed Brown's exit and allegations against the Buccaneers and Arians. Brown is still listed as active on the roster, but he has been officially released. And people was asking me about this yesterday. It's like, well, y'all, nothing has come of it except for, he acted out, but now we have an official release. Let me just say this about Antonio Brown. He's talented. I believe he will get another opportunity to play. Absolutely. Just don't know when, but he will. Wouldn't surprise me if it be this year. And people may look at this situation and say, well, if he's injured, he shouldn't be playing. Why would you have a guy who's a wide receiver who's injured out there running routes and in games that he doesn't need to play in, especially for the playoffs? But again, his actions, Antonio Brown's actions, is of his own. I don't think it's a mental health anything. Let's see. We'll get to that. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers formally released Antonio Brown and announced in the news the team called its star a liar. The Buccaneers said in a statement after officially cutting the wide out that he never indicated their medical personnel that his ankle was too hurt to play in Sunday's game against the Jets. Brown, of course, said the opposite in a lengthy statement Wednesday night, claiming he did tell the team that he was too injured and that head coach Bruce Arians still wanted him in the game nonetheless. While Antonio did receive treatment on his ankle and was listed on the injury report the week leading up to Sunday's game, he was cleared to play by our medical team prior to the start of the game, Buccaneers said Thursday. At no point during the game did he indicate to our medical personnel that he could not play. The Bucs went on to say that they've asked Antonio several times this week to be evaluated by an outside orthopedic specialist, but say Antonio has not complied. Maintaining the health and wellness of our players is of utmost importance to our organization, the Bucs said. As we previously reported, Antonio melted down on the sidelines of the Bucs game against the Jets at MetLife Stadium, ripping off his shoulder pads and shirt before running into the locker room. After the blow-up, Arians suggested that Brown had quit on the team, telling Jay Glazer that he tried to get the wideout to go into the game multiple times, but AB refused and then left. Brown, though, said Wednesday that's not the way things went down, writing in a statement, I took a seat on the sideline and my coach came up to me very upset and shouted, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I told him it's my ankle, but he knew that. He didn't call for medical attention, Brown added. Instead, he shouted at me, "You're done," while he ran his finger across his throat. Once again, man, I'm telling you, I can believe that wholeheartedly. That's very descriptive. That's very descriptive. But the Buccaneers are going to stand by Bruce Arians. Of course they're going to stand by him. Coach was telling me that if I didn't play hurt, then I was done with the Buccaneers. And that's why he went off the field. They're basically saying that Antonio Brown had an episode. He had an episode out of nowhere and then decided to do what he did. He did what he did because he wanted to show you up, Bruce Arians. He wanted to show up the Buccaneers organization. Arians previously said this week that Brown did not indicate to him at the time that he was hurt. I didn't quit, Brown insisted in a statement. I was cut. I didn't walk away from my brothers. I was thrown out. Brown said on Monday he saw a specialist who told him that his ankle injury was so bad it required season-ending surgery. What they did know until now is that on the Monday morning I had an urgent MRI on my ankle. Brown said it shows broken fragments stuck in my ankle, the ligament torn from the bone, and the cartilage lost, which are beyond painful. You can see the bone bulging from the outside. Brown is now a free agent, and he said Wednesday night he has no plans to retire. Once my surgery is complete, I'll be back to 100% and looking forward to next season. Business is going to be booming. Yeah, man. Hold on. There's an update here. Let's see. Arians just spoke to reporters about Brown following the release, and he insisted once more that AB never told him he was too hurt to play. Instead, Aaron said Brown is complaining about not getting the ball from Tom Brady more and refused to go in because I ain't getting the ball. That's when Aaron said he told Brown, you're done. Get the F out of here. That's the end of the story, Aaron said, and hopefully it ends today. Well, you better hope it ends today. But again, I'm not absolving Antonio Brown of any guilt. I think Antonio Brown's actions are Antonio Brown's alone. I think that Antonio Brown does what he wants to do, but I think that this situation could have been handled better. And Bruce Arians basically admitted to him that he told him he was done and told him to get out of there. I can totally believe that because that's the type of guy Bruce Arians is. But ultimately, you know, all the extra stuff, that's on Antonio Brown. But playing for a guy like Bruce Arians could probably drive anybody crazy. I know, but listen, he's a good coach. He's a good coach, man. He's just a virtue signaler, man. I can't stand that. But y'all let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. You think it's AB's fault? Or do you think that Bruce Arians could have handled this better? So like the video, share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see y'all next.